honestly do not dislike Walt Weiss at all. I kind of would have wanted like fresh blood in the system. That's my whole thing.
It's nothing against Walt. Like, I don't have anything against him. I'm not calling for his job, I guess, but I agree. I think there should be fresh blood. I mean, fuck. I mean, he's our manager now. I hope he does fantastic and wins us 40 World Series, but
He won
I don't
40
know,
World
man.
Series with the Braves. You realize he'd be managing till he's 101 at the least.
That's fine. If he's winning 40 consecutive World Series, and he deserves to get another another shot at it, but I'd be rubbing that in everybody's damn face. What is up, and welcome back to the Tomahawk Talk podcast. It feels good to say that. It does. It feels fantastic to say that. First episode of the off season. Um, we've got some breaking news here. We're recording this probably 45 minutes after the news has broke. The Braves' new manager is Walt Weiss. Now I'm going to go to Ryan about this first.
I'm going to go last. Y'all go ahead.
All right.
Mine's different than y'all's. Go ahead.
Ben, I'm going to let you go on this one.
Sounds like Ryan loves it and is a bootlicker for Terry McGurk and wants Terry McGurk to be his grandfather.
I think you got a little bit too much action going on here, Benjamin. Go ahead and get some of that testosterone out, buddy. Go ahead and let it rip.
They don't call him Ryan Kiss Ass for nothing.
Dude, I'm saying, Ryan sounds like he wants Nick Allen to be the starting shortstop for the Braves in opening day 2026.
I literally just said if we bring Kim back, would y'all calm the fuck down? Because y'all are raging little bitches here right now. It's kind of crazy. Y'all sound like the rest of Braves Twitter. Calm the fuck down, okay?
Brother, we are the rest of Braves Twitter, all right? I cannot stand this move,
You're
man.
like
It sounds
85%.
Dude, it feels like the complete continuation of the status quo that they've had since they came to Atlanta. It feels like they have, just completely thought that they are I don't even know, man. Like, it's just fucking brutal at this point, and I'm sick and tired of it, and I wish that they would have gone a different direction.
Ryan, I love how you've already got your Christmas decorations up.
Absolutely, man. You like the Grinch? And there's Max right there.
Well, I thought that green one was just a self-portrait of Ryan.
This is true.
Technically, that's y'all right now being this fucking negative and stealing everybody's fucking joy.
It's a terrible fucking move. It's a terrible... You know what I think of that fucking move?
Here's what... Listen, man.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And it takes a lot for me to agree with Jeb.
Look, I gotta go check on my spaghetti. Y'all go ahead and talk y'all shit, and then I'll come back, okay? I'll be right back.
You do that. I'm going to go, and I'm going to say this is a terrible fucking move. I think Walt Weiss is a fine bench coach. Needless to say, the teams he had in Colorado were not great. We know how they operate over there. Atlanta operates a little bit differently. They like to spend a little bit more money, and they have drafted and developed a lot better. That being said, that does not mean you just plug and play a manager. I feel like if there's an opportunity to get better and to upgrade, you 120% take that chance. I don't know a lot about this George Lombard hire candidate. I don't know about, how do you pronounce his name? Danny Lahome? Lehman? Yeah, that dude. Dude's won back-to-back world champs as a bench coach. There have been several bench coaches who have been fine as managers. Alex Cora, for example. Think you should have 120% not hired Walt Weiss. It's like you touched on in the space too. The whole, what do they call it, Bobby ball? It's just another.
Way.
Yeah, it's just another, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, they've made the postseason, God knows how many times, and the World Series even. But a lot of those were all also in the '90s with actual Bobby Cox. I mean, these tree branch, whatever you want to call it.
Which, okay, don't get me wrong. Like, we won the NL East every year from 2018 to 2024, was it? So, like, 7 straight division titles. Well, I think there might have been one not Braves title mix in there. But, I mean, it's fine to win division titles. but we're here for that hardware, man. Like we're fans because we want to see our team get to the World Series. I've personally, I'm 28 years old and I've seen my team get to the World Series one time. I'd be fine with getting there and losing sometimes, but we're not
No,
even getting there.
no.
I mean,
Round
okay,
table. You want to be the
obviously I
Blue
want to
Jays
win.
fans right now?
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. That was just a hell of a series in general.
They
I was
choked.
thoroughly entertained
They
by
choked.
that World Series. Well, to each their own. I think the Dodgers were just a better team.
I
But
disagree heavily.
anyway, um yeah, the Walt Weiss hire, man, it's brutal. And like a breath of fresh air is needed in this clubhouse and in this organization, and they did not do that at all.
Now, I will counterpoint and say they were playing looser and they were playing better the last month and a half. Walt does know these guys. I mean, he's been here under Snip basically the whole time. So I think that is a plus. I think that is getting overlooked a little bit. But I do have to agree with you, Ben. I think a breath of fresh air would have been nice.
And I mean, and like I said, don't get me wrong now, the Braves way is what made me fall in love with this organization in the first place, man. Like growing up seeing Bobby in the dugout, screaming and yelling at every umpire that's ever been out there was awesome. Seeing, the way that the Braves managed, I mean, since I was a kid, they've relied on the 3-run homer, pitching and the 3-run homer. And if they don't have one or the other, their team is just not going to succeed. But I just haven't seen a manager who's willing to think outside the box. And I don't want somebody, obviously. There's cons that come with that because sometimes they overthink, like Kevin Cash did in the 2020 World Series when he took Blake Snell out. But after what, 50 pitches?
Yeah.
Um, but you also can't keep playing 1950s baseball.
We're joined by Afro Man now. Jose, what are your thoughts on the whole Walt Weiss thing?
I mean, if I'm being honest, uh, it just seems like a continuation of more of the same, basically, is what I take it as. I honestly do not dislike Walt Weiss at all. It's just I kind of would have wanted like fresh blood in the system, you know? That's my whole thing.
And it's nothing against Walt. Like I don't have anything against him. I'm not calling for his job, I guess, but I agree. I think there should be fresh blood, and I mean, I hope he does great. I mean, fuck. I mean, he's our manager now. I hope he does fantastic and wins us 40 World Series. But
He won
I don't
40
know,
World
man.
Series with the Braves. You realize he'd be managing till he's 101 at the least.
That's fine if he's winning 40 consecutive World Series, and he deserves to get another another shot at it. But
You'd think you'd get bored after a while.
fuck no, I'd be rubbing that in everybody's damn face, dude. Oh my god, I'd be insufferable.
You already are.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Especially after the Kate Horton tweet I tweeted out today. Yeah, yeah, Kate
Jeb
Horton
learned how to
fucking
use baseball reference and
yeah, Kate
went
Horton
crazy.
fucking sucks, and I just learned how to use B refs. Oh, Ryan, you have not spoken yet, and I know you have a different opinion than all of us here. So let's hear it and let's hash this out.
Right. Are y'all done?
That's what
Apparently
Ryan
Ben's
does.
not. Y'all done? All right, man. Look, I know Walt Weiss had a shit show of a managerial
Checking
showcase,
on his spaghetti.
and I was, man. I got food in the fucking oven. You want me to bring it in here and show you? Jesus Christ! Look, Walt got shafted in fucking Colorado. It was the dog shit show Colorado Rockies organization.
Yeah.
If you think Braves fans, guys, if you think you have it bad, go over there to Rockies fans and just pay them a visit and see how they're doing. They probably have the fucking gun and bullet chambered and ready to rock and roll, okay?
Do we want to take bets on Bud Black being our new bench coach?
Okay, when Walt was there, were the Rockies, was the organization in front office really that bad? Because they made the World Series, I mean, not the World Series, the playoffs the year after he left.
Probably, yes.
I don't see it. Like, he had Cargo and Tulo and
Arenado. Holy shit, Jose.
Jose's in
what
fucking
the
space.
hell, Jose?
Jose's in the fucking air terminal. Jesus Christ.
Coming on here looking like the weekend.
Sorry, y'all. Had to back out and come back in.
It's all good.
I still, did he have Tulo and Cargo and all them? Did he?
I thought it was like 2013, 2012, 2013, whenever.
It was right before Buddy Black. When Bud Black took over? Like 19, 18, something like that? He was in the transition period before they got to the playoffs. I think his managerial stuff ended right before, or right as Arenado came up. I want to say. Either way, you got shafted by a fucking dog shit organization, as most managers have there, and we're gonna base it off of that. I think Walt's done a fine job as a bench coach. I don't like this. Clearly, AA values fucking a guy like Snit at the helm, a guy that can relate to players, that has their respect. That's what he wanted. He didn't want a guy who's going to be sitting there looking at a fucking stat sheet for 3 hours every game making decisions based solely off of that. And honestly, as a player, and Ben, you should too, you appreciate that in a manager.
I do, but I also know that you have to have a combination of both analytical sense and baseball sense.
Everybody in the game of baseball now has an analytical sense. You aren't making it in this game today if you don't. Prove me wrong.
Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts literally does both. He has to.
Dave Roberts has everybody around him do the analytical side of everything. That's why Danny Lehman was there.
You sure about that?
I'm not saying Dave Roberts is a terrible manager. I mean, a lot of Dodger fans would agree with that assessment, but Aaron Boone
can you
is another
say
one.
He's a terrible manager when he's won, 3 World Series now?
I mean, brother, you or I could go out there and win the World Series with that talent on that roster.
How many years have they choke in the World Series or playoffs?
I don't know. Since they got Ohtani, none.
It's because it's fucking Ohtani. And he literally carried them the whole postseason. He's literally why they made a World Series.
No. He did not carry them the whole postseason.
Besides the division series, he carried them.
The division series, he sucked ass.
Besides the division series, he carried them.
He had the 3-homer game in the championship series, but other than that, he was also ass in the championship series.
I would say Teoscar carried in the division series, and Ohtani carried it the rest of the way. They really didn't have shit going offensively. Freddie Freeman sucked ass the whole postseason. Mookie Betts sucked ass the whole postseason. Their offense was ass pretty much the whole postseason. You had a couple pieces, and they would get on base. And you talk about an offense that relies on the long ball to win a game, man, it is the Dodgers. Kind of clear as evidence this postseason. When they hit the long ball, they won the game.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm just saying...
That's the analytical game.
You and I could go out there and manage that team, and win the World Series.
And you got to manage a whole lot of personalities in that clubhouse, man. That is a ton of personalities.
Before Clayton Kershaw retired yesterday, they had how many Cy Young winners on that team and All-Stars on that team and pitchers? I mean, they could go out there and throw anybody. It didn't matter.
Know, but you still, like, when somebody's not playing up to their caliber and you got to bench their ass, you got to be the dude who goes up there and tells that all-star caliber player your ass is benched because you suck.
Brian Snitker did not bench not a single player.
Okay.
Unless it was Ronald. And then he benched Ronald.
He sat Michael Harris a few times this season.
That is true.
He took Michael out of the lineup when he sucked ass.
But it took it. I mean, he was like it.
To be fair,
was
though,
like
Jeff,
fighting
tooth and nail. Nobody else to play center field.
Eli White.
And Eli White was going to go out there and bust his ass every day.
Yeah, Eli Bonds White.
Yeah, but it's not like you have a Tommy Edmonds sitting on the bench ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Again, that goes back to the talent level that the Dodgers have.
They got deep
compared
pockets,
to what...
man, and they don't care about not spending money. They spend a shit ton of money. All I'm saying, man, is I think Walt is getting a ton of shit from you guys. Not just you guys, but Braves country as a whole right now, and the man hasn't managed one fucking game yet. I think, like, look, if it doesn't work, it doesn't fucking work. But if it doesn't work, it's not going to be on Walt. It's because Austin Riley's sucking ass, or Matt Olson fell off a cliff, or our pitching staff, again, got injured 3/5 of it, and they go down with injury, or our bullpen implodes because we didn't fucking sign anybody. None of those are Walt's area. That's all AA or on the players.
I disagree because there's managerial decisions that he can fuck up that can lead to losing.
Okay, but were all those managerial decisions this year from Snit the reason why we lost and didn't go to the playoffs?
No, but I'm just saying,
Exactly.
hypothetically.
The Braves literally won in spite of Snit multiple times. I mean, I look, to your, like, you're arguing that the manager's a big deal, but then you say anybody can go and manage.
No,
Depending on the team.
No.
Just saying.
Yes, I said anybody could manage the Dodgers.
I
Not
disagree.
anybody can
I don't think you can, because you got to manage all those fucking superstar personalities and egos, man. It's different.
Yes,
at that
but
level.
they've been together for like 4 years now.
Doesn't matter, man. When somebody's feelings are hurt, they're fucking hurt.
But that's the thing.
Look at
When
Philly.
you're winning cures all. If you're winning, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be
Philly
fine.
this year? Castellanos was pissed the fuck off. They were winning.
They didn't
But
win.
Castellanos
They
isn't
didn't
an
end up winning
all-star
anything.
player. If you're gonna sit Castellanos and he's gonna get
I don't know,
butthurt,
man.
you
Castellanos
don't
has
give a
been
fuck.
Pretty good
Not this
player.
year.
Not this year,
Castellanos
but
is
if
not
it's
this-
Mookie Betts, like, you're gonna obviously take a little precaution. But Nick Castellanos is, eh.
It doesn't matter, but it's a dude who had an ego, who thinks he's a fucking superstar, who had to be sat the fuck down.
Well, okay, then you can pull what the Red Sox did and just trade his ass or cut him
Nobody's gonna take him because he's dead fucking weight, so you got to deal with
or
it.
cut him.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Managerial, it takes.
That's not a
fucking
managerial
manager to
decision,
manage
though.
a team. Yes, it is. Managing
Cutting,
personalities.
releasing a player is not
That's
a
on
managerial
AA,
decision.
then.
That's a general manager.
That's
decision.
AA. But I'm saying managing the clubhouse.
That's one of the things, though. The Braves and the Dodgers, for that matter, too, have never had clubhouse issues that we know of, at least.
Because of Snit, there was with Freddie and Ronald.
Okay, that didn't come out till years later, but it was
Because
also
they
a
handled it
snit
in-house.
problem. But it was also a snit problem.
It was a Snit problem.
It was between Snit, Freeman, and Ronald. It was between all three of them. They had their little tiffs or whatever. I mean, Snitker. Look at this year alone. Snit sat Ronald for his base running mistake, but let Jared Kelnick just slide right on
Base
by.
running mistake did Ron. Are you talking about 19 in a playoff game?
Yeah, in 19.
Dude, you heard me on it. I very much agree. Look, Snit was out. I think there was no doubt Snit wasn't coming back at the beginning of this year. I
Yeah.
think we all knew that.
Yep.
You could feel it. He just wasn't engaged. And I'm pretty sure if you go back to 2019 Snit and Kelnick does that shit, his ass is coming off the field immediately. I don't think there's anything to do with that. I think Snit is just... And he literally said, without saying it, that he fell asleep at the wheel. He didn't fucking see it. That's on Snit. I don't think it has anything to do with him. Look, I'm not Ronald. I can't speak on Ronald's relationship with Snit. I obviously, he made a tweet about it, and they handled it in-house. I don't know Snit's point of view. Snit said he didn't fucking see it because he wasn't paying attention. That's fucking believable, in my opinion, because there's multiple times where Snit didn't pay attention throughout the game, and he even said that multiple times.
Then why didn't Walt Weiss see it? He's the bench coach.
Why
Somebody.
didn't anybody see it? Why didn't somebody else speak up? Yes.
Yeah.
That's the conundrum of the Braves 2025 season. Nobody knows. I don't think that Walt Weiss deserves the amount of shit that everybody's giving him. I think if Walt Weiss does his job and does it well, he's going to win a shit ton of games as long as the Braves stay healthy. I think the Braves clubhouse core is strong within itself, and that a manager is going to play a small role. And their role as a manager is to keep that clubhouse niche tight. That's all I need the manager to do. The analytics department can come in and give them their side of things, make the lineup together, and I think it's going to be fine. I don't think you need a Danny Linham to come in and do this. I don't think you need a David Ross to come in and do this. I think Walt Weiss will be serviceable enough. Am I tickled pink by the signing? No. Would I have been tickled pink by Danny Linham? No. I would have been tickled pink by anybody because it's a fucking manager. The players got to go out there and fucking perform on their own. They're big boys. They should be able to do this. We talked about it all year. They are big boys. They need to figure their shit out on their own without anybody holding their hand. I'm holding the players more accountable than a manager.
Okay, but do you not agree that if there's a position that could be filled with the potential best candidate, that you should improve that?
Who is the best candidate in your eyes?
Either Lombard or the
Lehman.
Dodgers bench coach.
Why?
Well,
Well,
I
okay.
personally
I was going for the Dodgers bench coach. How do you
Why?
say his name, by the way?
Lehman.
Lehman. Okay.
Okay, but why?
Because he had been on back-to-back World Series champs.
Walt Weiss has been a part of how many playoff teams and a World Series champion?
I mean,
just
yeah,
saying,
I
man.
guess.
See, my thing is
But
with Lehman.
then you also have his mind of like kind of a little intel of like, hey, this is what the Dodgers are doing.
That's why they interviewed him. That's why
Yeah.
they interviewed him. That's why
Maybe.
they interviewed everybody they did.
Maybe we don't know if they interviewed him or not.
I mean, it's been too. If they were going to go ahead and name Walt Weiss, which I'm sure they would, but they did their process. The reason why it took them so long is because they were literally interviewing everybody that they had on their list to see what these organizations were doing.
That's fucking crazy though. How do you interview the guy? It would have been yesterday.
If it's your business and you want an inside scoop on the competition to try to get a leg up on them, wouldn't you fucking interview their people?
Yes, but how do you interview him like probably yesterday and then say, nah?
Because
Like,
their team, fuck the Dodgers, go Braves.
But how do you not at least like think about it?
Dude, I don't want an analytical guru coming in and just printing stats off and then putting that in a lineup card and saying go play. I don't want that.
Well, I don't
Do I
necessarily
think
think he would
analytics
have
play
been.
their course in baseball? 100%. Do I think they are the end-all, be-all? Absolutely not. And anybody who plays at the highest level in the game will tell you that. Anybody.
I don't know how you can make that decision in basically 24 hours because if they interviewed him yesterday,
Made, Jeb. The decision was made. It's already made.
I gotta get off here, boys. I'll be back for whenever we do our full episode comeback because I think this was only supposed to be a emergency pod because of the manager hire. But
yeah.
but I gotta head off here. But I'll be back.
See you, Ben. Thank you
See ya.
for your time. Jose, let's hear from you. You've been kind of fucking around with your with your mic.
Yes, boys. Me and my afro are back today.
Much better.
Much better. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, chat, when y'all are listening to this, I've been fucking around with my microphone for the last like 15 fucking minutes, trying to get this shit to work, trying to get it to not have any like background noise or anything. So if there's still a little bit of background noise, I'm so
He
sorry.
wasn't at the airport. That was not an airplane you heard. That was definitely Jose's mic.
No. If anybody's curious, I got a new cat water fountain, and that shit was going off in my background.
Is it like a waterfall?
Yeah, actually.
That's sick.
So
That's sick.
my cats appreciate it. I'm sure the viewers do not. Anyway, going back to the Braves managerial decision. Honestly, I don't know what to think of this because I actually like Walt Weiss. I don't dislike him. I just feel like it's the only disappointment that I'm feeling is it's more of a continuation of the same. We might as well have just kept Snit, if I'm being honest. We might as well have kept Snit.
That's a little far. I will agree with Ryan and say, I think Walt will probably bring a little bit more fire than Snit would have.
You know what? I agree with that because at this point, Snit, he was
checked out.
He was checked out. So on that front, I will 100% agree. I just mean in terms of managerial style, they seem pretty similar. But this is not to say that I think Walt Weiss is going to be a terrible manager. I don't think he will be necessarily. We need to see how he manages the staff. The biggest tell right now for me will be the coaching staff that they hire around Walt Weiss.
It's got to be the same. He's probably going to keep it the same.
That's what I was thinking.
Bring Wash back, baby.
I'd love to have Wash back. I really
Jeff, why the wouldn't you want Wash back, dude?
Health concerns.
Bro.
That's
if
the
he's
only
healthy,
thing,
he can play. He can do the bench coach.
I mean, I guess.
And I promise you, him being up and active is a whole lot healthier for him than him sitting his ass on the couch. I see this.
You've also got to think, too, are you keeping Freddie Gonzalez just your third base coach?
I don't know. Does Freddie want to come back? Does Walt Weiss want somebody else different? That's up to Walt.
Yeah,
I hope he keeps Cranny and Eddie Perez. Anybody
Cranny's
else
not
I could
going
give a
anywhere.
fuck less. Yeah.
Listen, would we all be saying this if Eddie Perez was the manager? Because I'd have been fine with Eddie Perez too.
I would have
100%.
I would have too. The only thing with Eddie is I would have liked to have seen him do the snit where he like went down to AAA and managed for a year, but then again he also is pretty.
Well, he had a high school pitching coach who's now in the big leagues being a big league pitching coach. I don't think.
I mean that's the counter though, but I would have liked to have seen him get some managerial experience at the professional level, but it wouldn't have really mattered because he does play a big part to this team.
To be fair, he's been picking Snit's brain for the last 7-8 seasons.
Yeah.
Right there with Snit. So
yeah,
in all the meetings with Snit, he sees how managers. Like I said, man, look, I know everybody wanted a big flashy signing. Here's what I'm gonna say: if the manager is your big flashy signing, you've lost.
No doubt.
You're already lost.
Yeah.
If that's your big signing of the offseason, that means your team is shit.
You've got to go out and sign Ha-Seong Kim or Bo Bichette. You have got to sign one of them. I don't give a fuck what you say, Ryan.
Baseman, bro. Bo's not a shortstop.
You have got. I don't care what you say. You have got to sign one of them because even if you sign Bo, he can play short, and then you can decide what you want to do with Ozzy, and then
Ozzy's coming back, bro.
I meant after this year or after 28, I guess, whenever his contract ends.
Depends what his contract looks like, and depends how he does the next 2 seasons.
You can move Bo to second if you sign him long term, and then you can have the kids come up that you just drafted and play short. You've got to sign one
trade for Corey Seager and take on that contract, than have Bo Bichette play shortstop.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but you have got to do something with shortstop now that Kim is opted out. We all knew that was going to happen. I'm not blaming AA. I mean, the shortstop free agency market is thin. I don't blame Kim, but AA's got to sign him because we cannot keep kicking this fucking can down the road of shortstop being a black hole.
I agree
offensively, at least.
I was on this shit since fucking Orlando RC has been our starting shortstop, okay? I've been on it. Y'all have heard me, chat. I've been on that shit since Orlando's been our shortstop.
We still have to pay him next year, too.
No. I don't know if it's as much because the Rockies took on. Maybe.
It's $1.5 million, I believe.
That ain't shit, bro. Get the fuck out of my organization.
I think we were still paying David Fletcher like $6 million.
He's in AA though.
Exactly.
Who do we get? We got Iggy from the Angels for him, right? Iggy came over. That was worth it.
It was Jesse Chavez and like Tucker Davidson or something.
Good old Jesse.
Jesse Chavez came back.
Now, going back to what you guys mentioned just a few moments ago, are you guys really saying that Nick Allen isn't doing it for you?
Listen, I love
not offensively.
But man, here's what I'll say: if the rest of the 8 guys around him aren't dog shit, he's not gonna matter offensively. But
yes,
we
but
can't
you have
count
not had a decent hitting shortstop in almost 3 years.
Okay, but to be fair, hear me out. Michael Harris has a 115 OPS plus.
That's if he does.
He's been. You have a full healthy.
I love
Ronald
Michael,
Acuna.
but he has been trending down
ever
since he came
Riley,
up.
who's had a legitimate core issue for the last 2 seasons that needed surgery, comes back and hits 35 dongs. Then you have Sean Murphy coming back, who's actually going to have 2 fucking hips that are workable this year.
If he doesn't get traded.
Bro, I don't know who your source is. I'm going to say is AA's told us that he is not interested in trading Sean Murphy, and he was not interested in trading Chris Sale. He didn't trade Chris Sale. I don't see him trading Sean Murphy. They very much like the tandem
traded him.
They very much like the tandem catchers. What's Sean Murphy going to fetch you on the open market right now with 1 hip, basically?
I'm just saying, if they do trade him, I'm not wishing for them to. I would rather keep Murphy.
If you trade Sean Murphy at his lowest value, you deserve to be fucking fired as the general manager.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should be publicly executed if that happens. But
that's all I'm going to say on that, chat. Am I saying not trade Sean Murphy? I'm not saying that. I'm saying if we trade him right now, AA needs to be fucking fired. AA needs to be fired if you fucking let Ozzy Albies go for what? 7 million?
3 million, I think, would be the difference in buying him out.
He should be fired because you're not going to find a second baseman cheaper than that.
Nah, Ozzy's coming back.
So, look, Give Walt Weiss fucking 3 months as a manager before y'all just absolutely crucify him because y'all are so fucking upset about what this team did. I understand.
I'm disappointed, but I don't obviously I'm rooting for him.
I would hope every Braves fan is rooting for Walt. Okay? And I
Could
hope
you
every
imagine?
Braves fan roots for every Braves player, because if you don't, why the fuck are you a Braves fan? I rooted for Orlando. I couldn't stand Orlando.
Could you fucking imagine? Golly, I hope Walt Weiss goes 0-81 and they fire his ass.
That's not gonna happen. Dude, if they go 0-81, I will burn every Braves gear that I fucking have. Do you understand?
Storm Truist.
You might literally have to call off. You might have to call fucking the National Guard in to defend Truist if that happens. There's no shit.
Truist Park's in martial law.
Holy shit.
I think Walt Weiss at least deserves a chance.
Yeah, give Walt 81 games before y'all crucify him. I think he's going to do fine. It's really up to the players and them actually fucking playing the game. And them not being fucking you were so uptight where you can't shove a fucking needle up their asses the whole fucking season. Like, relax a little bit and let it hang low. Like, just go out there and play baseball. Don't be so fucking uptight. Just go play. That was their... And Austin Riley said it. He said, we are playing looser, which means their fucking assholes were slam tight the whole fucking
motherfucker, he was injured. That motherfucker was hunting. What do you mean we're playing looser?
Dude, I'm talking about in the season, bro. He's like, yeah, we've all kind of relaxed and we're all playing a lot looser now. Yeah, because the shit didn't matter at that point, so y'all are actually just playing baseball and having fun again. And y'all played pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, we can get to some closing thoughts. We don't have to go long tonight. We'll be back Sunday, and we can discuss kind of our off-season targets and what we want to do off-season-wise now that we have a managerial hire. Closing thoughts, Ryan.
I'll go last, man. No, I've been talking a lot here the last 8 to 10 minutes, if not longer.
Okay. Jose, anything you want to close out on before we come back on Sunday?
I mean, pretty much what we've already mentioned. Ha-Sung Kim opted out. We pretty much assumed that was happening, so shortstop just became the number one priority if it wasn't already. DH, there's also a hole now. Marcelo Zuna, very likely. Dunzo.
Jeb, stop saying 6-7.
Look, DH doesn't really worry me that much. Jurickson Profar can be DH.
Give me a fourth
outfielder. He can rotate. Yes. I think that would be the best option. If you can get a fourth outfielder to rotate the outfield positions, that would be ideal.
Jeb, why are you shaking your head? You want Marcelo Zuna back?
No. Okay. No, I mean, I'll get into what I want.
Fuck up shortstop. You cannot fuck up shortstop.
I wouldn't be awful if Marcel came back on like a $10 million deal. I wouldn't be upset about that. If he's healthy.
No. I'll give you my thoughts on Sunday.
I think he screams Red Sox to me.
I think he screams
Marlin.
Marlin.
That would be a great place for him to go play, if I'm being honest.
He absolutely screams Marlin to end his career. I think he would take a discount because that's where he resides in the offseason.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Marcel's he's still got the bat speed and everything else. The only thing that slowed him down was a shit hip. I think he'll be fine.
Shit hip.
So.
Alright, this will be going out on Tuesday. So,
tomorrow.
If you're listening to this, tomorrow. If you're listening to it, like, subscribe, comment, rate, share, tell your friends about us, tell your grandmother about us. We're pretty charming young men. Just share it with everybody and spread the word. The TTP is here, and the off-season has officially kicked off. With that being said, we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Landed right on the shoulder.
Hawk tour.
Let's do it again.